Alright, hey, welcome to the Unit 9b Learning Target. I can factor trinomials with a not equal to 1. So we are going to learn it feels like a trick, but it's actually, I can show in class on Wednesday or Thursday exactly how it works. But it is called, sometimes people recall it the magic number. Some people call it the AC. I'm going to put that back. The AC method. This is what we are going to call it. The reason we call it that is because the first thing we do is multiply the A term by the C term. So we have an example here, 2x squared plus 15x plus 18. So we are going to multiply 2x squared times 18, and we would get 36x squared. The reason we have the x squared there is important, and I will show you that in a minute. But in the last part, we are going to find factors of 36x squared. Okay, so factors of AC, this time factors of AC that add to B. Okay, so the factors of AC that add to B. So we just did 36x squared. So let's look at factors of that. So we could have 1x and 36x. It's important that we have the x's on there, so we recognize x times x gives us x squared. Okay, we could have 2x and 18x. We could have 3x and 12x. I think we just found it. Otherwise, we could have done 4 and 9 or 6 and 6. But if we look, this multiplies to give us 36x squared and adds to 15x. So what we do is we rewrite 15x is the same as 3x plus 12x. So all I'm saying is I just broke this down into two terms that add up to 15x. So I'm going to rewrite the whole thing now. So 2x squared plus 3x plus 12x plus 18. Okay, at this point, I am breaking this in half. Boom, like this. And I look over here and I say, hey, 2x squared plus 3x. What is the GCF? Well, 2x squared and 3x. Well, they don't have any numbers in common, but I know 2x squared is 2 times x, and 3x is 3 times x. So both of them have an x in common. So I can pull that x out and have x times, well, what's left? 2x plus 3. Okay, how about here? 12x and 18. Okay, I'm going to do a little quick scratch over here. 12x and 18. Okay, well, my factors of 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 12. And 18, 1, 2, oh, and an x up here. 1, 2, 3, 6, 9, 18. Okay, no x, so they don't have that in common, but the biggest number they both have is a 6. So I can pull out a 6. Now, the key is, if I pull out a 6, do I have the same thing in the parentheses here as I get here? So what's 12x divided by 6? 2x plus 18 divided by 6 is 3. Okay, good. I have the same thing. So this is factor 1. Okay, this is factor 1. So I'm only going to write it one time. They're the same. And these together make factor 2. So I have, for my two factors of 2x squared plus 15x plus 18, I have 2x plus 3 times my second factor, x plus 6. Okay, I do want to look at one more example of this, go through it a little bit quicker, but just so you can see. And remember, you can always re-watch this. Okay, let's say we have 8x squared minus 5x minus 3. Okay, so the very first thing we do is multiply the a and the c. So 8x squared and negative 3 gives us negative 24x squared. Okay, so factors of AC that add to B. Okay, factors of AC that add to B. So let's take that negative 24x squared. Okay, so notice this is negative. So we're going to have a positive and a negative factor. So we could have, I'm just going to write the factors first, the factor pairs. So 1x and 24x. We could have 2x and 12x, 3x and 8x, 4x, 6x. Okay, so one of these pairs, if one is positive and one is negative, has to add up to negative 5. Well, I mean, I can spot this right now, but you could do like negative 1 and 24. That's 23. Okay, but I can see right now that this pair is 5 away from each other. So the big question is, which one has to be negative in order to get negative 5x? Well, that would be the negative 8. Okay, so there's our pair. So I'm going to rewrite with these pairs adding up to negative 5x. So I've got 8x squared. Okay, I'm going to just write the negative 8 right away, minus 8x plus 3x minus 3. Well, that works out really nicely because as you can see, like these pairs and like that group, like this group and this group, those look like they have pretty good GCFs. But in case you don't see it, I'm going to take 8x squared and look at the factors of that. So I've got 1, 2, 4, 8, x and x, and 8x is 1, 2, 4, 8, and just 1x. So I can see that they both have 8 and they both have an x. So I'm going to pull out 8x. When I do, what is left? This is 8 times x times x. So if I take 8 and x away, I'm left with 1x minus, well, I factored this whole thing out. So now all I have is 1. Okay, now whatever happens on this side, I hope I also end up with 8 or x minus 1. Okay, so let's take a look at what we can factor out there. Well, 3x minus 3, I can see that I can take out a 3, and I'll be left with x minus 1, which is good because then this is going to be a positive 3. Okay, so remember, this is my group 1, and these make up my group 2. So my two factors for x squared minus 5x minus 3 are x minus 1 times 8x plus 3. And remember, you could check this and see if what we got worked. Okay, I'm going to tell you it will, but this is one of those surefire ways to make sure your answer is right on the test. Okay, but this is final answer. All right, thanks. Have a great night. Thanks for watching.